So we go down to Prairie View, Texas. Ricky Bruce Lee's first start as a redshirt freshman quarterback. And Ruben Stutter Smith did something we haven't done in a very long time in this series and get a kick return for a tutty. It was a great feeling returning that thing to the end zone. We haven't had this in a long time. Ruben Stutter Smith had one of the best games of his collegiate career. Now, the stat of the day, no doubt, is the number of sacks. We got to their backfield 3 times. They got no sacks on us. So that's good. That's a very good sign. Although our offensive line still needs to be improved, this was a good start. And Ricky Bruce Lee was not bad for his first start. And with that being said, look at that 3rd down conversion. 1 3rd down for Prairie View. We went 4 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. That is excellent. So there it is, Ricky Bruce Lee. Homie had 3 touchdowns, 1 INT, completed 54% of his passes. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays, automatic, almost 8 yards to carry, 4 touchdowns in this game. Sam Sargent slaughtered. The whole running game as a whole looked good. Ryan Fitzpatrick had the best game of his career. The homie had 178 on 6 receptions and 2 tutties. Ruben Stutter Smith got into the end zone. Brian Cook didn't have a bad game at all. But for the most part, we could look a lot better. We still have an issue with drop passes. Offensive line did not allow a sack in this game. That's really good. Defense played lights out. We got 3 sacks on the quarterback. And then we got a turnover late in the game that pretty much sealed it for us. Top of that, a bunch of pass deflections. All around good performance for us. So let's go down there to Jackson, Mississippi. 10 receptions, 197 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Carter. Good God, Alabama A&M, y'all got shut out. My goodness, that's sad. Down in the hole, Grambling State University, the Tigers take a loss to the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff, and it looks like it was a pretty close game. And it looks like second half, Grambling State finally got stuff going, but not enough to beat the Golden Lions. Out there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Alcorn State lose to Southern. Southern finally pick up their first win of the season. Dang, Southern only scored in the 2nd and 4th quarter, but they scored when it mattered most, and they went on a clinic in the 4th quarter. Here we go with the Florida Classic down in Tallahassee. We all know this is actually in Orlando in real life. 31-12, Rattlers win. Bethune-Cookman just can't get nothing going on offense. Riley had a stellar game. Cooper didn't play bad as well. Down there in Enabita, Mississippi, Texas Southern comes to town and beats Mississippi Valley State 21-7. Not much offense. Looks like it was a defensive fight. McCarthy with a great game though. Now we go over to the MEAC. So we got South Carolina State. Wait a minute, Hampton was up 31-10 in the first half and blew that lead and lost. My goodness, Pirates. So now we go to Dover, Delaware. Delaware State is hosting the Tennessee State Tigers, and this looked like a pretty good game, especially in the second half. Delaware State scored 22 points in the 4th quarter. It was not enough. It looks like this was a game-winning field goal in a game won by Tennessee State. 8 receptions for Lane, 155, 2 tutties. Impressive performance. Up there in Baltimore, we got Morgan State and Howard. Morgan State prevailed. They win 30-21. Crowder with over 400 yards passing and 3 tutties. They balling right now in the MEAC. Both teams are now at 2-2. Down there in Missouri, Columbia to be more precise, the Missouri Tigers redeemed themselves from that loss we gave them last week. North Carolina A&T go down to 1-3 on the season. 9 receptions for Anderson, 92 yards, 3 touchdowns. They just could not keep Anderson out of the end zone. Manning had a good game though, with fumble recovery, an INT, and 8 tackles, including 1 for a loss. So that concludes the MEAC. So let's go on to the next thing, man. Heisman watch list. We got some new cats on this list. Let's see who they are. Justin Frankie Beverly Mays still holding on to that first place spot. Down there in Carl Gables, you got the quarterback for the Miami Hurricanes. Now this quarterback right here might be a problem. Courtney Johnson, he's having a stellar season. Already has 16 total touchdowns. Cliff Fitzgerald, moving up to third place, and he's having a stellar season so far. 18 receptions, 445 with 6 tutties. Brad Price of Texas Tech. Then you got Brad Lewis, the wide receiver, also from them Canes. Justin Frankie, Beverly Mays, and Luke Rivera, the Hornet Sweet SWAT players of the week on offense and defense. Justin Frankie, Beverly Mays had almost 8 a carry, 4 tutties. Luke Rivera was all over the backfield. 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 9 tackles. 7 of those tackles were for loss. Unbelievable performance. He will be in the league next season. Deion Young of Delaware State, Josh McGrew of South Carolina State win offensive defensive players of the week for the MEAC. Look at McGrew's numbers in that win versus Hampton. 6 tackles, 6 for loss, 3 tackles, 2 forced fumbles. And yeah, Young went crazy in his game. Join us next time. We're going up to Hampton, Virginia. A SWAC MEAC challenge. We haven't done this in a long time, but we're getting ready to take on the Hampton Pirates on their home turf. This is a very beautiful stadium, man. And remember, Hampton are the back-to-back MEAC champions over the last 2 seasons. This might be a challenge for us, dog. But thank you for watching. Peace.